What's going on, everybody? It's Sean here, and I am back today to give you a review of the JJJJound collaboration with New Balance on this 2002R Gore-Tex in the black and storm blue colorway. This is the latest collaboration between JJJJound and New Balance. Probably not the one that people were waiting for. That goes to the highly anticipated set of 993s that are supposed to release sometime soon. This pair though released on December 18th on JJJJound's website, and it's another Gore-Tex infused version of the New Balance 2002R, following the green and charcoal colorways that released really early on in 2024. So this pair retailed for $190 or approximately $280 Canadian converted. The colorway for this shoe is black and storm blue, and the style code is M2002RXW. So to get the elephant out of the room, let's be honest, if you're rocking these, you have the potential to be the flyest mall cop or fast food employee in the world. This shoe is not a fan favorite for most people, considering it's almost entirely a all black leather shoe. And I figured there must be some interest out there, and on a personal level, I was just curious to see how these would be in hand. So I picked these up in order to give you guys a thorough, in-depth review. So like most JJJJound New Balance collaborations, this is the box that they come with. So this is a white-based cardboard box. We have JJJJound and New Balance co-branding on all sides, along with Gore-Tex branding on the front label. As far as the shoe goes, diving into the details, this is your classic 2002R silhouette, and you'll see how the base layer is constructed out of a black colored mesh, but like I mentioned earlier, it's infused with Gore-Tex technology, making it a waterproof version appropriate to be worn in wet and slushy weather. On the medial side at the edge, we have this small reflective 3M panel, and then overlaid on both sides of the toe box, as well as the front toe cap, we have a very soft and what feels like a very high quality black leather. So this black leather covers the entire mid panel of the shoe. You can see we have these natural leather grains showing through, and the top two eyelets are covered in a black colored TPU. On the mid panel, we have the New Balance N logo. This is again done in that reflective 3M finish in black, and we have a secondary layer of leather underneath. Moving downwards, we have more of that black colored mesh that was visible earlier on the toe box. This covers the ankle collar area. Beneath this, we have this blue colored hit with 2002R branding along with this Gore-Tex tag. And then underneath this, we have more of that very soft black colored leather. It's perforated around the bottom heel. In the middle of the heel, we have this TPU layer, which is also reflective. It features New Balance branding. And then on the top of the heel, we have another 3M layer, this time featuring JJJJound branding instead. As far as the laces go, so this pair comes with two different lace options. The standard lace that they come with is a trail-inspired, thin, very stretchy rope lace, and they feed through this metallic lace toggle, which has JJJJound branding on the very top, and this again gives it more of that trail-inspired look and feel. If you're more of a traditionalist, they also come with a plain flat style black lace as well. But there's really no right or wrong answer when it comes to these. Both options I think look really dope, depending on your personal style. Underneath this, the tongue is also covered in Gore-Tex, and it's covered in that black colored mesh that we saw earlier on the toe box. And then for the insoles, nothing too special here. This is just your typical foam lined New Balance insole, but we have JJJJound branding pressed onto the heel in white. So the upper of this 2002R sits atop this absorbed foam midsole, which is entirely blacked out. And just like any other 2002R, we also have New Balance's energy technology. This is visible with these gel-like pillars found on the lateral heel, which help with impact protection and shock absorption. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, so we also have this traditional outsole, which is all blacked out as well. So this is all constructed out of a black colored rubber. We have this diamond-shaped traction pattern on the forefoot, along with these grooves to give you some added flexibility. And underneath the outsole right in the center, we have this TPU shank plate, which is what New Balance calls their stability web technology, and this is there in place to help with torsional rigidity, midfoot support, and to help prevent the shoe from twisting when you're walking or running. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit, so generally speaking, these do run true to size, but they are a little bit more on the snug side, especially when compared to some of my other 2002Rs. So in my case, I'm very comfortably a size 10 or true to size in a typical 2002R. So getting these in a size 10, they fit me fine, but they're a little bit more snug than I'm used to. I don't feel like I'd want to go up to a 10.5, but I feel like if you're someone that's usually in between sizes, you might be better off rounding up to the larger size for this specific pair. But for everyone else, just stick with your normal 2002R size and it should be okay. Unless you're planning on wearing these with really thick wool socks, for example, then in that case, you might want to go a half size bigger. To give you guys a point of comparison, I also wear a size 10 or true to size in other New Balance silhouettes like the 860 V2, 1906R, 991, 991 V2, and the 1500, whereas I usually go down to a 9.5 or a half size down in a lot of the made in USA models like the 992, 993, and most of the 990 series. Moving on to the comfort of the shoe, so more or less this feels like any other 2002R, so in my opinion, it's a very comfortable sneaker. It's not the softest sneaker on the market, but at the same time it gives you a good balance of comfort and stability. So this is not going to be the most soft sneaker on the market, but at the same time, it's not an overly firm sneaker either. And on a personal note, I've had great experiences rocking a 2002R for long durations, like bringing them on vacation, for example. They've never failed me. So if you're looking for a comfortable, stable, well-rounded sneaker that can withstand the elements, I think this is a great option if you're okay with the color, or I guess you could say the lack of color on this sneaker. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship on this pair, so first off, the material quality really surprised me. I think that's the true standout feature about this sneaker. The colorway, it is what it is, but the materials that they used, I was very pleased with this. It really feels like a high quality cut of leather. You can just see those natural leather grains all over the different panels, and it didn't feel cheap whatsoever. And the overall build and craftsmanship on this shoe, I thought it was pretty flawless. The stitch job was good, the panels were sized consistently, and they were symmetrical. So kudos to JJJJound and New Balance, because even though this isn't going to be the most popular collaboration, I think they executed it extremely well. So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. Like I mentioned from the start, this is a sneaker that is probably going to be worn for a specific purpose. It's basically just an all black sneaker with a little bit of blue hits on it. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't think this is really a sneaker that I can see myself wearing much or at all. And especially because it's leather, I get if it was maybe nubuck or suede, but when I think of leather-based black sneakers, I think of those classic dad walking shoes that they would sell at Nike outlets, for example. But like I mentioned, it does serve its purpose if you're looking specifically for a durable, weather-resistant, all-black sneaker. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know, what do you guys think about this collaboration? Did anyone also pick these up as well? Are you just not a fan of the look and you passed? Either way, leave your thoughts down below and let's talk about it. And as usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Hopefully I helped you in some way, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.